As a young adult in 1997, the most common living arrangement was being in a couple with children. Today, the most common is living with your parents. I mean, these numbers are wild because basically what they're talking about is 18 to 34-year-olds. Basically, the most common living arrangement now is living with your parents. And this just hacks me the right off because too often we see all these sort of boomers going around, millennials are lazy, Gen Zs don't know how to work, they're unmanageable, all this sort of absolute nonsense. And what they're always forgetting is these younger generations, they have done every single thing that society has asked for them. They've gone to school, they've got the grades, they've worked hard through some really ludicrous exam processes, by the way. They've gone to university, they've done whatever they can, often at obscene costs, often having to work one, if not two jobs at the same time. They then go through these idiotic work experience free internships where companies just milk them for free labor, basically. But, they get told, oh, you have to do it. You've got to buff your CV up. You've got to do all of this. And then finally they start to apply for jobs. They go through some of the most ridiculously complicated processes to get on these grad schemes with no help whatsoever. And they do all of that. They do absolutely every single thing people ask of them. And then they cannot get a house and they cannot get a flat. And it's nothing to do with work ethic. There just isn't enough. If you're born the wrong side of 1985, you have absolutely diddly fucking squat chance of getting on the property market. And I'm not talking about making millions through property. It's fucking easy to do that if you're a certain age, by the way. What I'm talking about is you do every single thing's asked for and then you still get kind of cast in this, oh, they're just so lazy. When they literally can't. And this is a global problem, by the way. Look at New York, Sydney, London. This is one of the biggest problems facing society. And they just sort of go, oh, they just don't want to work. Or it's like, work for what? Work for who? Then what are they working for? You can't achieve it. If you can't get there, if you don't have a goal, if you can't actually get onto the housing market and buy a house, you can't even rent a house, let alone buy one. Like, what the hell are you meant to do? What are you working for? And if you still can't understand that, I just have nothing left to say to you. Like, if you can't understand why youngsters are so hacked off, then there's just nothing left to say. You are just an absolute lost cause.